Okay, Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome back. Now, uh, in the previous videos, we have seen the structure of microscope, and we had seen that how we are going to make the temporary slides. So we have to move forward, and we have to look into the other factors. I hope you all are fine and you are enjoying my videos. Please if you like my videos, please subscribe my channel and don't miss on any new videos coming up because. Um, this is inshallah this I hope that this will help you in your final exams. So let's discuss what animal cells and plant cells are. First of all, we have to look into the fact that animal cell and plant cell is the learning outcome 1.13. Okay, 1.1 was the microscope, 1.112 was the temporary mounting, and now we have to look into 1.13 and 1.14. So what is 1.13? The 1.13 is to look into the animal cell, the parts that they have defined, that identify or diagram, photomicrograph, electron micrograph, the structures which are ribosome, mitochondria, nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane in an animal cell. And about the plant cell, we have to look into the ribosomes, mitochondria, chloroplast, nucleus, sap vacuole, cytoplasm, cell membrane, and cellulose cell wall. So we'll go one by one. We'll look into the animal cell and then we will be looking into the plant cell. So let's begin with the animal cell. I'm sorry. In the animal cell, what are the main parts that we are supposed to look into? In an animal cell, there are a number of things that we need to focus on. The most important thing is that remember that the animal cell does not have a fixed shape because the animal cell does not contain cell wall. So the animal cells are not rigid; they are covered by the plasma membrane or the cell membrane directly. So this boundary, that reddish maroon boundary, is actually the cell membrane of the animal cell. This is also known as plasma membrane. Okay, right now we are only focusing on identification and then I'll tell you the function of each and every part. So this is cell membrane. Cell membrane ke baad, the second thing that we will be looking into is this round structure which is known as the nucleus. As you can see that the nucleus is very clear in this cell, and the nucleus is located in the center of the cell. Inside the nucleus, there is another round body which is known as nucleolus. So we should know that what nucleolus is also a part of nucleus. It's a small organelle that is present inside the nucleus, and I'll tell you the functions of both. After that, you can see that around the nucleus and between the cell membrane is all cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance that is the center of all the cellular activities. So it contains a number of structures which are known as cell organelles, and these organelles are responsible for performing different functions. So you can see that in this cytoplasm, the consistency of cytoplasm is jelly-like. It contains water. It contains certain amount of dissolved minerals and nutrients, and other than that, the organelles. So let's talk about the organelles one by one. In an animal cell, you will found these structures. These greenish structures are known as mitochondria. I know the picture is slightly blurred, but the picture is very much clear as well in a way that the structure is very much visible. So you can say that this structure is mitochondria. Mitochondria has foldings in its inner lining. You can see the foldings are very much visible in this structure. Mitochondria is a structure that is responsible for aerobic respiration. That means it is the place where the cell generates energy through respiration, and this energy is vital for the proper functioning of the cell. So as you know that respiration is a vital process, so the presence of mitochondria is also crucial for all cells, all animal and plant cells. Mitochondria are present in animal cells, they're present in plants, but not in the bacterial cells. Okay, so mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse of the cell, and the function is to generate energy. As I told you that we will be looking into functions in detail. Firstly, we have to look into the different parts. A number of features are also shown here, but I will not be focusing on it. The next part is the ribosomes. You can see the very small brown structures which are scattered all around are known as ribosomes. The ribosomes are known as the protein factories. And you will find the ribosomes scattered all around into the cytoplasm, as well as some of the ribosomes are attached to these structures which are known as endoplasmic reticulum. The function of ribosomes, either they are found attached or free, is same. That means they are helpful in the synthesis of the protein. So what we are supposed to look into in animal cell is the cell membrane, then the cytoplasm, the nucleus, mitochondria, and ribosomes. Other than that, a number of other structures are also present, like lysosomes, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, but you are not supposed to learn their structures and their functions. You just need to know that what are the other parts, like the ribosomes, mitochondria, and cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Okay. So, so let's move on to the plant cells. In a plant cell, this picture is a better picture. In a plant cell, you will look into the features which are common in cells, in the animal cell, but also there are certain features which are only the part of plant cells. So jaldi se hum unko dekh lete hain. In a plant cell, you will find out that the outermost boundary is made up of cell wall. The cell wall is like a wall. The wall has rigid shape. The wall basically defines the structure, and the wall maintains the particular structure of the room. As in case in our rooms, the wall is actually there to define the boundaries. So it's same is the case with the cell wall. Cell wall is a non-living layer. It's a layer that is made up of a carbohydrate called cellulose, and cellulose is a chemical that makes the cell wall slightly rigid. The consistency of cellulose would vary in different cells, and the more cellulose the cell contains, the harder the cell would be. So you can talk about the nuts, the nutshells, and then you can talk about the different areas of the tree, the bark. Okay, and you can also look into the leaf. So in the leaf, the cell wall is very thin. So the cells of the leaf are very soft, but on the other hand, in the other parts of the seed, like in the other part of the plant, like seeds and nut shells and other parts, the cell wall can be thicker, and because of the thick cell wall, the cell becomes more firm, more hard, and the overall structure gets the strength from the cell wall, right? Other than the cell wall, we have the cell membrane. Cell membrane is the inner layer. You can see that it is marked here, cell membrane. It is the inner layer. And cell membrane ka kaam kya hota hai? It controls the things that can move in and out of the cell. So cell membrane is the second layer. After that, we have cytoplasm and nucleus. The nucleus in the plant cell is present on one side of the cell. In the animal cell, usually the nucleus is present in the center. But in plant cell, because of the large vacuole present here, the nucleus is present on one side. Again, the nucleus contains the nucleolus. So nucleus is the region from where all the commands will be coming out. अभी हम उनके functions को detail में देख लेते हैं. The cytoplasm is again the area where all the cellular activities are going to take place. It's again jelly-like. It is same as that of the plant cell, animal cell, but there are certain differences. The difference is the number of organelles which are present in the plant cell are not present in the animal cell. इनमें से क्या चीज आती है? Number one is the chloroplast. Chloroplasts are the structures which are only present in the plant cells, and they are responsible for performing photosynthesis. Why? Because the the chloroplast contain chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is actually responsible to trap sunlight. So the green parts of the plant contain chloroplast, and the chloroplasts are responsible for the process of photosynthesis. Other than that, you can see the red structures, as I've told you, in the animal cell. These are known as mitochondria, and the function of mitochondria is to generate energy from cellular respiration, and the cell perform different activities with the help of this energy. A large structure that you can see here is the sap vacuole. The plant cells contain one permanent large sap vacuole, and this vacuole is filled with water and certain minerals and glucose. The sap vacuole plays a very important role in maintaining the shape of the plant cell, and also stores the water for the times when the water is not much available, right? So this is all about the plant cell, the cell wall, then the cell membrane, then cytoplasm, In the cytoplasm, you will find other structures, and along with that, you will find chloroplasts. The green ones are the chloroplasts, the reds are the mitochondria. You will look into the nucleus. The nucleus is the center of all cellular activities. And the sap vacuole, a large, big sap vacuole, which is present in the center of the cell. Okay. So I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat. Okay. So let's quickly discuss what we have learned till now. Animal cells contain mitochondria. Like animals and plant cells contain the following structures. Mitochondria are present in both animal and plant cells and are responsible for anaerobic respiration. Vacuole is present in the plant cells only, and the function of vacuole is to keep the plant cell firm. But occasionally you will find out that the vacuoles are also present in animal cells, but these vacuoles are not permanent and they're comparatively smaller. Okay, so we can't say that vacuoles are absent in plants, animal cells, but these are not the permanent fixed structures. So number could be very number, and the size would also be different. The cytoplasm is, as I've told you, that's a jelly-like substance. It is present in both animal cells and plant cells. The cell wall is the outer surface membrane, and this is the structure that supports the cell and it keeps the cell safe, and it prevents it from bursting. Cell membrane, as I've told you, the function of the cell membrane is to control the substances that can move in and out of the cell. Cell membrane or plasma membrane is partially permeable. That means it allows certain particles to pass through and it doesn't allow the other particles to pass through. So some of the particles can enter or exit the cell because the cell membrane has certain pore size, like the small pores present in the cell membrane. And if the size is too large, then the molecules cannot move across the cell. The nucleus is the structure that contains the genetic information in the form of chromosomes, gene, and DNA. And they are responsible for controlling all the activities of the cell. And they are present in both animal cells and the plant cells. Chloroplasts are only present in the plant cells and they're responsible for performing photosynthesis. As I've told you that the chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, so chlorophyll will trap sunlight for photosynthesis. Okay, next slide is the comparison. The things that are present only in the plant cell are cell wall, central vacuole, and chloroplast. The things which are present only in the animal cells are either no or small vacuoles. Then centriole and centrosome, we haven't discussed about their function, but centrioles are responsible for, they're helpful in cell division actually. And flagella is not a very common structure, but it might be present in some of the motile animal cells. The motile animal cells are the ones that can move from one place to another. And flagella is a thread-like growth that helps in their movement. The things which are common in both are nucleus, cytoplasm, plasma membrane, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, and ribosomes. Okay, so this is the Venn diagram you need to understand. Let's just quickly go through it as we've discussed all the pointers already, so we can move fast. Plant cells की एक fixed rectangular shape होती है because of the cell wall. The animal cells are comparatively smaller and they are irregular or somewhat round in shape. Cell wall is present in plant cells. Cell wall is absent in animal cells. The nucleus is present on one side as compared to the nucleus of the animal cell, which is in the center. Mitochondria, usually the plant cell contain less number of mitochondria because plant cells are not very active. But animal cells are, they move from one place to another. They need large amount of energy. So the animal cells contain comparatively a larger number of mitochondria. Plastids, the chloroplasts are present in the plants. Other than the plastid, there are other type of chloroplasts. There are other type of plastids as well, which give the different colors like fruit colors and the colors of the flowers. These are because of the plastids. So for us, the main focus is chloroplasts that contain the chlorophyll. Okay, but the plastids are absent in animal cells. Centrosome is not present in plant cell. As I've told you that centrioles and centrosomes have the function which is related to cell division. They are present here. You can see this part. This is centrosome and is responsible for cell division. In plant cell, you will see one large vacuole, and in animal cell, you will see multiple vacuoles. Okay. So this is the summary. You can take the picture of it. I have discussed every pointer from here. So you can just take a snapshot of this, and this can be kept as your notes for animal cell and plant cell, and you can refer to it directly when you need to, review the topic. So this is the summary of the plant cell. This has the information about the cytoplasm, what is the description, where it is found, and the function, and then the cell membrane, the nucleus, cell wall, vacuole, and chloroplast. I hope you find all this information as valuable. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat box. If you have any, you want to, improve on, you want to give me suggestions to improve on, I will be very thankful to you if you consider, giving me certain advices. I'm open for that. And Jazakallah for watching. And please share it with your friends so that they can also get some benefit. Jazakallah.